Chapter 1, Mishnah 8. The previous Mishnah taught that an entire limb of a dead person transmits Tuma even if it is smaller than the size normally needed to transmit Tuma. This Mishnah lists the number of limbs in the various parts of the human body. There are 248 limbs in the human body. The Mishnah lists the number of limbs in each area of the body. These numbers represent the total number of bones that are surrounded by meat and sinews in each body part. 30 in the foot, that is 6 in each toe. 10 in the ankle, 2 in the lower leg, the part of the leg between the ankle and the knee, 5 in the knee, 1 in the thigh, the part of the leg between the knee and the hip, 3 in the hip, 11 ribs, 30 limbs in the hand, that is 6 in each finger, 2 in the forearm, the part of the arm between the hand and the elbow, 2 in the elbow, 1 in the upper arm, the part of the arm between the elbow and the shoulder, and 4 in the shoulder. These amount to 101 limbs on one side of the body. And there are another 101 limbs on the other side of the body. Thus, we now have 202 limbs. The remaining limbs and their locations are as follows: 18 vertebrae in the spine, 9 limbs in the head, 8 in the neck, 6 in the chest, and 5 in his genital area. These 46 limbs, along with the 202 mentioned earlier, total 248. The Mishnah teaches the law that applies to these limbs. Each one of these limbs transmits Tuma through touching, carrying, or Ohel, even if it is smaller than a kazayis, which is the size usually needed to transmit Tuma. Since a complete limb is significant in its own right, it is not subject to a minimum size. A limb is a body part that has sinew, e.g. a nerve, artery, or ligament, and flesh. The Mishnah discusses the law of a limb, where some of the flesh is missing. When are limbs capable of transmitting Tuma? When they have enough flesh on them for the flesh to heal and grow back to its original state. When the limbs have this amount of flesh, they are considered to have all their flesh. They can thus transmit Tuma through touching, carrying, or even Ohel. But if the limbs do not have enough flesh on them to grow back, they transmit Tuma through touching or carrying. But they do not transmit Tuma through Ohel, when they have less than a kasayis of flesh on them. Since the flesh will not grow back, the limb is not considered to have flesh, and thus cannot transmit Tuma as a limb. Therefore, it cannot transmit Tuma through Ohel.